under control, no overwhelming feelings of rage.
No! A normal amount of rage!
You do revert back to Gen form when you sleep.
Was the air horn really necessary?
For comedy, absolutely.
Hi, we're Anxiety Specialists. I'm Vicky.
And I'm Michael.
And today we're reacting to She-Hulk.
Episode 1, A Normal Amount of Rage.
Yes.
The point was to prevent me from turning into a Hulk.
These transformations are triggered by distressed emotional states, so we need to know the exact threshold that causes it for you.
Put on a Pixar movie. When Bing Bong jumps out of the wagon and
No,
inside
Bing
out.
Bong.
No, stop. I need to focus. The triggers are anger and fear.
Those are like the baseline of any woman just existing.
All right then, let's try this.
Bruce!
This
It
is
feels like if I don't transform, I'm gonna die. You have a plan B for that?
Nope.
No! Not funny, Bruce. What, you're just gonna kill me? Come on! What if there's some...
Data!
What do you normally use this chamber for, you psychopath?
Whoa, easy, girl, easy.
How patronizing.
Why
Oh
are
my
you
gosh.
talking to me like I'm a stray horse?
Jen?
Yeah?
Wait, you're still Jen? Right now?
Yeah? And I'm conscious.
This is incredible. You don't have an alter ego. You're the only one in there?
As far as I can tell.
This is huge, Jen. I think I'm jealous. Is that what I'm feeling?
Is that what I feel?
good labeling.
You don't have another guy to wrestle with for 10 years.
No. I thought it was interesting, like, the first thing she's saying when he's like, we need to, like, see your threshold for, and the triggers are fear and anger. And she's saying that's the
Fight or flight.
baseline for most women.
Those are like the baseline of any woman just existing.
All right.
I don't feel like, oh,
We just had a change of mind.
that my baseline are fear and anger. I do feel quite a bit of anxiety, which
But
I've worked
Those
through.
wouldn't be your primary emotions all the time.
Not all the time. No. And I think also because I am quite expressive of when I'm anxious or angry.
No.
People hear about it. That I don't think it bottles up the same. It's not like something that's kind of festering there all the time, which is a bit different. But I thought it was really funny that she was like, what do you usually use this for, you psychopath? And it's like, yeah, why do you have a
Cutting
chamber?
up firewood?
Yeah, that's like
I think it's specially made
death
of this.
chamber. But this hasn't happened. Like,
Didn't
he's just
he
got this
make
on.
it up?
He's just got it on hand.
Is it? Or is
Randomly.
the chamber on hand, but
Is
the
it-
wall of a saws,
Maybe
he might
it's-
made it up.
Maybe it's his training for turning into the Hulk
Maybe.
himself and like learning to control it. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
something
what
like
it's being
that.
for.
Sure, yeah.
Possibly.
Yes.
But yeah.
Interesting about her not having multiple personalities, or like in the textbook, what he goes through with Hulk might be called dissociative identity disorder. Because actually, typically with that, even though when people hear stories about it and that kind of thing, there's like 32 different personalities. It's more common for there just to be one alternate personality, and that personality comes about to protect the person, usually from some sort of childhood abuse or something. Although it's a very rare condition, but it's often used in literature and movies, that kind of thing, because it's an interesting play to have.
And we're talking about how when he in Ragnarok, where he's in Hulk mode for like 2 years and he doesn't remember any of that.
Yeah, and so that's what typically happens with it. The non-host personality, the protective one, the host won't remember while they're dissociating into this other personality. There's also a dissociation with the memory where they don't have access to those memories. Yeah, which is probably also a protective mechanism. So they're not remembering the events that caused the protective one to come in the first place. But Jen...
she doesn't have that.
She doesn't have one, no. Just got Jen Hulk mode.
Yeah. She just hulks out herself.
Yeah.
And has complete control over it, which he's he's a little bit jealous of, it seems like.
Which they seem to be portraying as sort of a because she's angry all the time thing, like Hulk said in the first Avengers movie.
I'm always angry.
Which they're saying is because she's female.
Right.
What do you think about that?
I don't know about that, really.
Yeah.
Like, it pushes on that woman always like angry and scared under the surface. And like, I think it's interesting learning about how women do seem to have more of the negative trait emotions, like that. But I don't know if it's like, I guess there's certain ways with other females you can't just lash out. Like, that's socially unacceptable to just
So she might have had social
snap,
training to
just hit another female. So potentially maybe it's to do with the fact that women don't generally lash out physically at each other, or it's less sort of...
And that then gives her more control in Hulk form.
Yeah, because Hulk isn't so much about tongue lashing somebody. Like, she does that a bit, but it's more about smashing things, destroying things, and that's not usually what women do, how women express their anger. Also, there is the thing, if a woman gets angry, it can be a bit more difficult. That can be seen negatively, and so there's a bit of that control around how you display it. I know when I get angry, I get seen as quite scary and a bit much because I actually express my anger.
Maybe in kind of public societal situations. It's interesting, the anonymous data on domestic violence, that it's actually equal among the sexes. You get just as much physical violence from both genders, though the violence from males tends to cause more damage because of being physically stronger. But yes, in terms of like social situations, perhaps. Well, that's what the story's going on anyway.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. All right.
Great.
Dialectical behavioral therapy. It allows us to hold two opposing truths at the same time. First, we're going to practice some mindfulness with a few yoga techniques.
Wow, I never thought you'd be into all this mind, body, spirit stuff.
Dialectical behavioral therapy is an evidence-based
He's really
psychotherapy.
defensive about that.
It's clinical, not spiritual.
It's clinical, not spiritual.
Just drift away, relax your neck, bend your knees if that's more comfortable, hold in your farts. Namaste all day.
It's more about presence, about accepting the situation you're in.
Oh, I thought it was about getting my butt tight as hell. Up, down.
Gross, Jen, I'm your cousin. Just close your eyes and breathe, all right?
Wow.
I could see that you're not ready for DBT, so why don't you get some rest and we'll change tactics in the morning.
I can see you're not ready for DBT. It's the thing with therapy, though, people have to be engaged.
Absolutely.
You can't force it on people.
You can't do it for people.
No. And you can't be like, right, we're going to sit down and do therapy now if the other person isn't on board.
No, absolutely not. So he's given a brief explanation of it, and it hasn't gone down superbly well with her. She's not on board with that. So yes, he's changing tack.
Yeah, coming from studying clinical psychology, I find that bit really funny about like
It's clinical, scientific,
well researched.
because it tends to get called a soft science
Yeah.
by the hard sciences,
Yes.
the physical sciences,
And also dismissive of things that seem a bit more woo-woo, I think.
yes. But there's no reason why some of that can't be integrated. In fact, when you try and cut out spirituality or a spiritual area of our hobbies, our identity, that kind of thing, that tends to cause more harm than good. And we can think more inclusively in terms of that. It doesn't have to be a religion or that kind of thing, but there's still a part of ourselves that still needs to foster that area.
Yeah, that's why we seem to have try to have more of a holistic approach than just looking at the research without thinking about the spiritual side of people as well.
Yeah.
People are multi-dimensional.
Yes. But yeah, the DBT that he's talking about here, it's an interesting mixture actually of science and kind of Eastern spiritual practices
Oh, interesting.
that they brought together. When would that have been? Late last century, anyway. And since has been thoroughly researched, but is often used for difficulties with emotional regulation, usually extreme emotional regulation difficulties, like with borderline personality disorder. So it makes sense for managing Hulk feelings.
Yeah. Cool.
Jeez, what the hell, man?
Still in control, no overwhelming feelings of rage.
No, a normal amount of rage.
You do revert back to Gen form when you sleep.
Was the air horn really necessary?
For comedy, absolutely.
You can really see his inner researcher coming out.
Yes, curious.
Writing it down.
Yes. Making notes. Yes. Normal amount of rage for being woken with an air horn.
Yes. Yeah. I think this is the thing, is that he's expecting what he went through, which was where this out of control rage, destroying things. Yeah, you know.
Well, and he's still looking for that. He's
Yeah,
still
expecting that from
expecting
her,
that.
but she's got a different way of managing it, and possibly through the things she's been through herself. She already has a lot more of that control over it, and is just feeling a normal amount of rage for the things that he's inflicting on her as part of his experiments.
I think normal for her. I could see Jen reacting exactly like that, Hulk form or not. But not everyone would respond with a fight response to being woken suddenly out of bed. People would respond differently. I mean, typically you'd get fight, flight, or freeze from a really loud noise. You don't know what's happening while you're asleep. So probably one of those three. Not necessarily the fight response, the anger that they're noting here.
Yeah, I think I'd probably have a panic attack. Did that. That's my bet.
I'd probably have a freeze response.
Yeah.
Yeah, while I'm like assessing the situation. What is happening?
Yeah.
That was very loud.
What the heck was that?
Ear damage.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So that was She-Hulk.
Yeah.
And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. We're putting out lots of these reactions, and so if you enjoy them, then jump in the comments and let us know what we should do next. Thanks for joining us. See ya.